Hello everyone, welcome back to the new episode of our tutorial series on blood bank management system. In the previous episode, we have successfully created data access layer including methods to insert, update, delete and select donors from database, and in this episode we will add actual functionality to add new donor, update and delete existing donor and display the added donors in our data grid view. So without further ado, let's move to our tutorial. So first of all, let's open our project, which is blood bank management system, and it's in my desktop. So I'll just open the solution file and the project will open in our Visual Studio IDE. So just go to the form, which is donor form or manage donors, and here we need to create a button click event on our add button. So double click on add button and it will create a button add click event, and here we will write the code to add new donor. And before writing the code to add a new donor, we need to create object of donor BLL and donor DAL. We will use business logic layer and data access layer to insert data from UI to our database. So let's create object of donor BLL and donor DAL. So donor BLL D is equals to new donor BLL. Here you might have error showing a red underline in donor BLL. Don't worry about it, just hover over the error and you will see a show potential fixes option, and just click on show potential fixes and select the first option, which is using blood bank management system.bll. I have already added the reference in our project, so it's not showing any more. I have already added the BLL in our project, and similarly we need to add our donor DAL. Donor DAL is equals to new donor DAL, and just hover over the error and click on show potential fixes and click on first option, which is using blood bank management system.dal. That's it. We have successfully created objects for donor BLL, which is D, and for donor DAL, which is DAL. Now let's go to the button add click event, and here first step is to get the data from our form. So step 1, get the data from manage donors form. So let's check out our form. So here we do not need to pass donor ID because it is auto generated by the database. So we don't need to pass this in our database to save new donors, but we need to pass rest of the items like first name, last name, email, gender, blood group, contact and address. So let's start with first name. Here we will use donor BLL, which is D dot first name is equals to txt first name dot text, and then D dot last name is equal to txt last name dot text, and then D dot email is equals to txt email dot text, and then what do we have? Let's check it out. Email, then gender and blood group. So D dot gender is equals to T, not txt, it is a combo box. So cmb gender dot text, and then D dot blood group is equals to cmb blood group dot text, and then let's check out after blood group we have contact and address. So D dot contact is equals to txt contact dot text, and then D dot address is equals to txt address dot text. After that we have, let's check out our BLL. So I'll just go to Solution Explorer, and in BLL I'll open our donor BLL. here we have added date, image name, and added by. So we need to pass all these three as well. So I'll go with added date, which is d dot added date is equals to date time dot now. It will give the current date and time. And after this we have added by. So d dot added by is equals to here we need to pass the ID of the logged in user, but for now we will just pass 1, and later we will fix this by getting the ID of the logged in user. So first we need to add a login functionality, then we will manage this. So I'll write a comment to do get the ID of logged in user, and then last one is image name. So for image name we will need to create a global variable of string data type, and its value will be no image at first, but when we add the functionality to select the image using the select image button, then we will get the name of the image name and set its name in our image name variable. So first create the image global string variable for image name, global variable for image. So string image name is equals to, for now it will be image.jpg, and we have already, sorry, I don't know what's this. So this will be string, so no dash image.jpg, and we have already uploaded the image of this name in our folder, in our images folder. So when you do not upload any image, it will automatically display this image. Now we need to pass this value in our BLL. So d dot image name is equals to image name, and that's it. We have successfully obtained the value from our form. Now we are ready to go to step 2, which is adding the data in database. So step 2, inserting data into database. For this we will create a boolean variable and check it out whether the data inserted successfully or not. Create a boolean variable to insert data into database and check whether the data inserted successfully or not. So bool is success is equals to DAL dot insert, and here we will need to pass our donor BLL. So I'll just pass D, and it will pass all the value in our database. That's it. And if the data is inserted successfully, then the value of its success will be true, else it will be false. So if is success is equals to true, then data inserted successfully, else fail to insert data. So after data is inserted successfully or failed to insert data, we will need to display the message box. So message box dot show new donor added successfully. And after the data is added, data or donor is added successfully, we also need to refresh our data grid view. So refresh data grid view. So for this we will create a data table to hold the data from database temporarily. So data table dt is equals to dal dot select, and then dgv donors dot data source is equals to dt. So it will successfully refresh our data grid view, and we need to add a message to display an error when it fails to insert our new donor. So message box dot show, and then fail to add new donor. That's it. And here, after the data grid view is refreshed, we also need to clear all the text boxes. For that, we will create a clear method and clear all the text boxes. So after this curly brace, we will create a method to clear all the text boxes. Here public void clear, we don't need to pass anything, and here we will clear all the text boxes. So txt first name dot text is equals to blank, and then txt last name dot text is equals to blank, txt email dot text is equals to blank, txt donor id dot text is equals to blank. And after that, let's see what do we have in our design. Email, gender, blood group, contact. So gender cmb gender dot text is equals to blank, cmb blood group dot text is equals to blank. And after that, email, gender, blood group, contact, and address. So let's go to our code view, and here we will clear text contact dot text is equals to blank, and then txt address dot text is equals to blank. That's it. Now we also need to clear the picture box. First we need to get the, sorry, I was trying to write a comment and I did not add double slash before that. So first we need to get the image path. So string path is equals to application dot start path dot substring, and then 0 comma application dot startup path dot length -10. So this will give the path of our images folder. We have already discussed in our user module as well. So here you need to know a little bit about the substring function. This helps to select the user specified string from a complete length of a string. So this code helps to get the path of the images folder, and we have images folder in our project here. So we are getting the path up to this folder, and then we need to give the image path with string image path is equals to path, which is this path, and plus, and the name of image we are displaying. So no image.jpg, that's it. And finally we will display image in picture box. So picture box profile picture dot image is equals to new bitmap, and then here we'll path image path, that's it. So this will display our no image in our picture box when we clear the text boxes. So I'll just call this clear method after the data is successfully inserted. So here we'll just call clear. That's it. Let's save it by pressing Ctrl and S, and let's start our application by clicking on start button, and then we will check the functionality to add a new donor. So I'll go to the donors, and here let's add the first name, which will be my name, and then last name is Thapa. Email will be hi@thapa.com, and gender is male, blood group is O positive, contact something, and address will be Kathmandu, Nepal. And let's click on add button and check it out whether our add functionality works or not. So I'll just click on add button, and new donor added successfully. I'll click on OK, but unfortunately this is not working. Picture box is not working, and let's close it. So the clear functionality is not working as expected, so I'll just close the application. So let's see the error. View detail parameter is not valid. Okay, so we need to fix this. So I'll add a breakpoint here, and then click on start application again and add donor. We have added the user successfully. The error is in our clear function. So let's try again. Vijay, and here no one, or another caste or another last name. Guru Vijay@gmail.com, and then this will also be male, A positive, something, and this will be something. I'll just click on add, and then new donor added successfully. I'll go to OK, and let's go to the next step, and we will check what's the error. So here picture box profile, here we do not have any image, and let's check out our image path. So here no dash image dot jpg, here we are not getting the images folder. So here I forgot to specify the images folder. So before the actual image file, we also need to specify the folder of our images. So I'll stop it. I'll remove the breakpoint by clicking on this red button, and the name of our image folder is images. So before the image name, we also need to pass images folder and then image file. So that's it. That was the error. So I'll just press Ctrl and S to save, and I think we also need to create a form donors load event. So if you have not created this event, so just go to our form and double click on blank space or empty space, and it will create a form load event. And when this form loads, we need to display donors in data grid view, and here we will create a data table to store data from database temporarily. dt is equals to dl.select, that's it, and then dgv donors.data source is equals to dt, that's it. This will display the donors in data grid view whenever we load our form. So let's click on start button and let's check it out whether the form loads on data grid view or not, and our error is fixed or not. So I'll just click on start button, and let's go to donors, and we have already added these two donors, which is Vijay Thapa and Vijay Gurung. And so the functionality to load the donors when form is loaded is successful. Now let's add another user. We will be Sita Rai email rai@gmail.com. These are dummy users, they are not actual. So let's go to gender, female, blood group will be anything, contact will be something, and address will be something. That's it. Let's click on add button, and new donor added successfully. Let's click on OK, and the picture no image which we have uploaded in our user module is showing successfully. That means we have successfully added the functionality to add new donor. I think we also need to display this image when we load the donors form. Let's go and add that functionality. I'll just stop this application and I will just copy this, copy, Ctrl C, and in form load event, let's go to form load event, and here I'll paste it here. So this code will also show the no image in our form whenever we start our application. So I'll just press Ctrl and S to save. So let's click on start, and whenever open our donors form, it will automatically open this image which is no image actually. If you can create an image with its name over it, no image, then you can upload that image as well. So I'll just close this application for now. And another functionality that we need to create is to update donors. So to update the donors, first of all we'll need to create another event which is row header mouse click event in our data grid view. First of all, we will select the donors from data grid view and populate the data of selected donors in our form and then update it. So we need to add an event of row header mouse click in our data grid view. So just select the data grid view and go to properties and click on this thunder icon which is event, and here we need to search for row header mouse click event. So scroll down and search for row header mouse click event. Here it is, row header mouse click, and double click on row header mouse click event, which will create a event in our applications code view. Here we have successfully created a row header mouse click event. Here select the data from data grid view and display in our form. So first step is to find the row selected. For this we'll need to create a integer variable int row index is equals to row index. So this will give the ID of the row selected, and then let's output the data which is txt donor id dot text is equals to dgv donors dot rows, and then we'll pass row index and then sales. First one is row id which is 0 and value dot to string. After that txt first name dot text is equals to dgv donors dot rows, and then row index dot sales, and this is 1, it's value dot to string, and then txt last name dot text is equals to dgv donors dot rows row index dot sales, this will be 2, and then value dot to string, and then txt email dot text is equals to dgv donors dot rows, and then row index sales third value, and then value then to string. That's it. Let's check our database which is blood bank management system, tables, and then TBR donors, your first name, donor ID, first name, last name, email, and then contact. After email we have contact, so txt contact.text is equal to dgv donors dot rows row index dot sales for, and then value dot toString. So while passing the value in sales, we need to check out our database because all these values are based on this column sequence, which is the first one will be 0 and 1 2 3. So this one is, so we need to match with our database column design. So after contact we have gender and then address. So another one is gender is combo box cmb gender dot text is equals to dgv donors dot rows and then row index dot sales 5 and then value dot toString. After that, after gender we have address. So address is of text box, so txd address dot text is equals to dgv donors dot rows row index sales 6 dot value dot toString. And then after that, after address we have address and then we have blood group. So blood group is combox, so cmb blood group dot text is equals to dgv donors dot rows, and then here we'll pass row index dot sales and then 7 dot value dot toString. That's it. And after that we have added date, image name, and added by. We do not need to display added date and added by, but we need to display image name. So we will get the value of image name after our blood group, so it will be 8th one. So image name is equals to dgv donors dot rows row index dot sales, and it will be 9th one because after blood group we have added it and we skipped this one, so it was 7th, this is 8th, and this is 9th, so we have passed the 9th place here. Value dot toString. That's it. This will display the information of selected donors in our form, but the image will not be displayed, so we also need to display the image of our selected user. For that we will add the code display the image of selected donor. So here first we'll get the path, get the image path, so string path is equals to application dot startup path dot substring 0 and then application dot startup path dot length and then -10. That's the calculated this is the calculated length or calculated length of our images path. So depending on the name of your project it might vary, so we have already discussed it in our user modules. I hope this is already clear for you. Now based on the image name we will display the image, so string image path is equals to paths and concatenate our images folder, and then here we will concatenate the name of our image with its image name. So that's it. This will display the image of the selected user. So let's save it by pressing Ctrl and S, and let's start our application and let's check the functionality whether it works or not. So I'll just click on start button and let's go to donors, and this is our donor. So I'll just click on the user, so information is displayed successfully, and we do not have any error. That means image is also displayed successfully. Since we have not added a functionality to upload the image is not changed. We will add the functionality to upload the image of donor in next episode. So and then we can check whether the image is displaying based on the selected donor or not. For now we are ready to add the functionality to update the user. So let's close it and add the functionality to update the user. So I'll just stop the application, go to forms and click on update button to add update functionality in our donors form. So I'll just double click on update button, and here we will add the functionality to update the donors. So first step is to get the values from form. So d dot donor id is equals to, here donor id is of integer variable, but the text obtained from value obtained from form is in string variable, so we need to convert string into integer. For that we will type int dot parse, this will convert string to integer, and the txt donor id dot text, that's it. And then d dot first name is equals to txt first name dot text, and then d dot last name is equals to txt last name dot text, and then d dot email is equals to txt email dot text, and then d dot gender is equals to cmb gender dot text, and then d dot blood group is equal to cmb blood group dot text. After blood group we have email, gender, blood group, and then contact and address. Let's check out d dot contact is equals to txt contact dot text, and then d dot address is equals to txt address dot text. And we also need to check our data access layer. Let's go to our solution explorer and check out our donor DL. So here I will check whether we need to update our added date and added by field or not. So I'll just open update method. Here we are passing added by and image name, but we don't need to pass added date. So let's go to our form. So here we will pass added by. So d dot added by is equals to 1. This is dummy for now. Here to do, so get the id of logged in user, and d dot image name is equals to image name. Here image name is a global variable, so this is also a global variable which we have created earlier in the top. Here this is the image name. If the image is not selected using the button, or new image is not uploaded, then the value will remain no image. But when we upload the image or select the image, then the value of this image name will be changed to the name of our selected image. And here when we click on row header of the data grid view, the value of image name will change into the selected image of the donor. So that's it for now. Now we need to create a boolean variable to check whether the data updated successfully or not. So bool is success is equals to DAL dot update, and here we will pass donor DLL, which is D, and then check If the data updated successfully, then the value of is success will be true, else it will be false. So if is success is equals to true, then donor updated successfully is equals to here we need to pass double is equal to, I forgot. So single is equals to means assigning the value, and double equal to means comparing a value, else fail to update. And after the donor update successfully, we will display a message. So message box dot show donor updated successfully, and we will clear the form and then refresh data grid view. So data table dt is equals to DAL dot select, and then dgv donors dot data source is equals to dt. That's it. And for failed, we also display a message which message box dot show fail to update donors. That's it. Let's save it by pressing Ctrl and S, and let's start our application and let's check the functionality to update the donors. So I'll just click on donors and let's select one of the donors. I will select the second one, and here I will change it to Vicky, and let's change its last name to Karki, and let's change its email as well, Karki, and mail. Okay, let's change blood group, and this will also be something, and Kathmandu, and let's click on update and check whether the functionality to update the donors works or not. So I'll just click on update button. So donor updated successfully, so I'll just click on OK, and here the detail is updated successfully. First name is Vicky, last name is Karki, email is also changed, everything is changed. So this is it guys, we have successfully added the functionality to update the donors as well. Now let's add the functionality to delete the donors. So I'll just close this application for now, and let's go to our form, which is form donors, and I'll just double click on delete button to create a button delete event. So just double click on delete button, and here first step is to get the value from form, and here we do not need to get all the values from the form. All we need to get is ID of the donor. So d dot donor ID is equals to int dot parse, and then txt donor ID dot text. That's it. And then we will create a boolean variable to check whether the donor deleted or not. So bool is success is equals to dal dot delete, and we'll pass d, which contains donor ID, and then if is success is equals to true, then donor deleted successfully, else fail to delete donor, when donor is deleted successfully, we'll display message which is message box dot show, and then donor deleted successfully, and we need to clear all the text boxes, so we'll call clear function which we have created earlier, and then we also need to refresh data grid view. So data table dt is equals to dal dot select, and then dgv donors dot data source is equals to dt. That's it. This will refresh our data grid view, and we also display the message when we fail to delete the donor. So message box dot show fail to delete donor. That's it. Let's save it by pressing Ctrl and S, and let's start our application and check whether the delete functionality works or not. So I'll just go to donors, and before deleting the donor we need to select the donor which we want to delete. So I'll just click on number 3, and the donor is selected. I'll click on delete button. So donor deleted successfully. I'll click on OK. So donor is deleted successfully, and the text box is cleared as well. So this is it. Now we also need to add a functionality to clear all the text boxes by clicking on this clear button. If we want to add a new donor, we need to clear all the text boxes. So let's add that functionality. So I'll just close this application for now. Let's go to our form, and let's double click on clear button and add a button click event. So I'll just double click on this clear button, and here all we need to clear the text boxes. So all we need to do is call the clear method. That's it, and this will clear our text boxes. So this is the beauty of OOP, object oriented program, because we have already created a method to clear the data, and once created we can use it anywhere we like. So let's check it. Let's check out the functionality of clearing the form by clicking on button click. So let's start our application, and let's go to donors, and let's select one of the user or one of the donors, and I'll click on clear button. And when I click on clear button, all of these text boxes should be empty. So I'll just click on clear button, and as expected all the text boxes are empty. So this is it, guys. We have successfully added the functionality to add, update, delete and display the data in our data grid view, and clear the text boxes by clicking on clear button as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you have any confusion related to this video, then don't forget to comment. I'll reply as soon as possible, and in the next episode we will add the functionality to upload profile picture of the donor. Stay tuned. See you soon. Bye bye.